Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar hosted by the Retirement Advantage. Today, we will be reviewing the integration processes and systems to maximize the value we deliver to you. My name is Bill Sonigal. I'm the Marketing and Communications Director for the Retirement Advantage. Today's panelists are Amy Hilton, Plan Administration and Team Lead, Linda Springer, Accounting Manager, and Kelly Taft, Compliance Analyst. Before we go any further, I just want to review some of the functionality of GoToWebinar. Throughout this presentation, your active participation is very important. And right now, everyone is placed on mute just to avoid any background noises that may distract you from listening to the webinar. You do, however, have the ability to submit questions using the chat or questions pane located near the bottom of the control panel on the right-hand side of your screen. You can enter your questions and comments in either of the boxes throughout the presentation, and your questions will be answered at the end of the webinar during the Q&A session. I would now like to hand off the mic to Amy.
Thank you, Bill, and good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for joining us today. We appreciate your time. This afternoon, we would like to share with you some background on who we are at TRA and some enhancements you can expect to see as we continue the integration of ACS into TRA. To give you just a brief overview of who TRA is, we celebrated our 20th anniversary in 2016. TRA started doing administration back in 1996, and over the last 20+ years, TRA has continued to grow to the leading third-party administration firm we are today. We continue to focus on defined contribution plans, providing front-to-back consulting and administration services. In addition, we recently brought actuarial services in-house and are now able to fully administer defined benefit and cash balance plans. The plans we service vary in size, but an average plan has around 24 participants. TRA is a nationwide TPA with individuals located across the country, with our headquarters in Port Washington, Wisconsin, and office locations in Appleton, Wisconsin, Bingham Farms, Michigan, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. As a large organization, we focus on efficiencies, and by doing so, we are highly departmentalized. As a plan sponsor, you have several departments here at TRA assisting in the servicing of your plan. Here are a few that directly affect the administration of your plan. Our plan administration department is one that you are likely to become the most familiar with or may already be due to your relationship with Kelly. This team of employees are the individuals that you will be working with on a day-to-day basis, and also the team that will be completing your annual compliance testing. A few weeks ago, you were contacted about the assignment of your dedicated client relationship manager. This is your day-to-day contact for all of your plan administration needs at TRA. In addition, a compliance analyst will work on the actual compliance testing that is required of your plan each year. All work on your plan, from testing to contribution calculations to distribution processing, go through our quality assurance department to ensure the accuracy of the work being provided to both you and our plan providers. Although our installation department's main focus is on transitioning new plans to the Retirement Advantage, they also assist when our existing clients convert assets from one provider to another. Our document department ensures your plan document is updated as needed per ERISA regulations and will assist in any requested or required plan amendment preparation. Our dedicated processing department handles all of our transactional type items. All loans and distributions will flow through our processing team. This allows our plan administration department to focus on keeping your plan in compliance and assisting you with any plan questions. You will soon be hearing from our accounting department manager, Linda Springer, but as you may have guessed, our accounting department handles all of our invoicing and receiving of payments. Questions on invoices can still be directed back to your client relationship manager, but for the payment on an invoice or to request billing information, you may speak directly with our accounting team. I will now turn it over to Kelly Taft to discuss some of the recent changes you've probably seen.
Thank you, Amy. Since the close of the acquisition, the dedication and commitment that you have come to know, trust, and rely on will remain the same. As you've seen over the last few months, there have been some changes that have occurred. Our trade name and logo have changed to TRA, and you have been assigned a dedicated client relationship manager. This is a team that has been assigned the ACS plans. Alex, Betty, Chris, Kylie, Lisa, Stephanie, and Tara, and they can assist you with any questions you may have. I will now hand it over to Linda Springer, our accounting manager.
Thank you, Kelly. Good afternoon. With any change of this type, it's only natural that some of the first questions that you may have are around the area of fees and billing. So I'll be answering those questions for you today. One of the first questions you might have is, will my annual administrative fees change? For 2017, the answer is no. You will pay TRA the same amount for your 2017 annual administrative fees that you paid to ACS for your 2016 work. In fact, you've already been billed your 2017 fees in January in the same manner that you're accustomed to. Many of you have already paid your fees, and we do thank you for your prompt payment. We've been taking the past few months to get to know you and your plan better to determine if any fee changes are appropriate. In the next few weeks, you'll be receiving TRA's Plan Service Agreement, which will include your fees for the 2018 plan year. Although still being reviewed, we don't anticipate any major changes other than presentation. TRA's fee schedule itemizes both our annual administrative fee as well as our fees for various services that only apply when utilized. How often you receive invoices will change. Unlike ACS's practice to bill annually in January, TRA's standard practice is to bill for services on a quarterly basis, and we'll be transitioning you to our standard quarterly billing cycles. The exact timing will depend on your plan's year-end, but I will provide an example for plans with a December 31st year-end in a few minutes. You can expect to receive your invoices in your email box as TRA sends invoices electronically. And as I've mentioned already, in the near future, you will receive a Plan Service Agreement from us that we will ask you to execute and return. Here is how the timing of TRA's invoices will work for plans with a December 31st year end. As I said before, our practice is to bill quarterly throughout the plan year, rather than billing the entire amount in January following the end of the year. We feel that this provides the benefit to you of spreading out your fees throughout the year so that you're able to plan for them easier. There will be a transition period to make this change, and we'll be modifying the timing for this first year to make that transition easier for you. What this means, practically speaking, is that if you had been with TRA prior to the beginning of calendar 2018, you would have already been invoiced for the first quarter of the 2018 plan year in March, with the second quarter being billed in June, and so on through the year. To catch you up, we're going to delay billing until September, and then only bill you for the first two quarters, and bill you for the last two quarters in December. After that, you will be on track at the beginning of 2019 for your 2019 fees to be billed quarterly, as shown here in March, June, September, and December. Upon completion of your annual work, whether that happens March, April, June, or whenever it may be in 2019, there will be a final true-up billing if it's necessary to adjust for changes in your participant count from what it actually was to what you were billed, or for any other billable services that you incurred that weren't previously invoiced. The timing of the billing will be adjusted similarly for plans with year ends other than December 31st, and your client relationship manager will be available to explain it to you, as well as answer any other fee-related questions that you may have. Next, I would like to talk about the different options that TRA offers for you to pay your invoices and manage your TRA account. If you would prefer to not have to think about paying your invoice, we can set you up with automatic ACH. With this option, you would complete an authorization form, and once that is in place, we would initiate an ACH withdrawal from the bank account that you designate approximately 10 days after the date of your invoice. This still gives you time to review your invoice and clear up any questions that you might have prior to the payment being made. If you would like to set up automatic ACH, please email the accounting team, and we will send the ACH authorization form to you. Another payment option that we accept is credit cards. To pay by credit card, you may call TRA's toll-free number at 888-872-2364, and you'll be directed to a member of the accounting team who will take your information over the phone. Of course, you can always make your payment via a check, which you would mail along with the remittance portion from the invoice to our lockbox address for payments, as you see on the screen, and which is also on the remittance portion of your invoice. Please note that this address is for invoice payments only. Please don't mail plan contributions or other correspondence to this address. Finally, one service enhancement that TRA is pleased to offer you is our online payment system, which we call My Account Link, that you can use to view your TRA account history, your open invoices, and pay any open invoice via either a credit or a debit card, or by authorizing a one-time ACH withdrawal from your bank account. You see on this screen a snapshot of what the homepage looks like when you're logged into My Account Link. I do want to emphasize that use of My Account Link is totally optional. You're not required to create an account, and you don't need to do so if you would not find this to be the most efficient option for you. However, I did want to make you aware that it is an option that we offer. And on the next couple of slides, I'll give you a brief overview of how My Account Link works so that you can decide up front if this is an option you would find beneficial. To set up your access, you can either open up a web browser and enter billpay.tra401k.com into the URL bar, or you can access it directly from TRA's website, tra401k.com, under the Login drop-down at the top of our homepage, where you would click on the My Account Link Login button. From there, you'll be brought to the Welcome Login screen, where you'll click on the Create an Account link under the Login box and then follow the instructions to set up your access. To do this, you do need to know two pieces of information. One of them is your 6-character TRA account number, and the second is your billing address zip code. You can find your 6-character TRA account number on the invoice that you received from us in January, and of course also your billing address zip code. As mentioned before, once you're logged in, you'll be presented with different options. You can see a snapshot of your invoice history with TRA and whether you have a balance due. You can also view the details of a particular invoice, and you can make a payment on any open invoice via credit or debit card or by an ACH withdrawal from your checking account. If at any time you decide that you would like to set up a login for My Account Link, your client relationship manager or anyone on the accounting team will be happy to assist you with setting that up. Finally, I just want to mention that our accounting team at TRA is always eager to take your emails or phone calls to answer any questions that you might have regarding your invoices or how to make payments. At this time, I'll turn the presentation back over to Amy.
Thanks, Linda. To wrap up our presentation, I just wanted to mention the Plan Sponsor Link tool that serves as our secure communication portal, as well as the system you can submit your annual plan information through. This is the same system you would have used when submitting your year-end data collection with ACS. This site also will have all of your document-related items easily accessible, such as your plan document, opinion letter, disclosures, and your service agreement with TRA. You can log in to Plan Sponsor Link by going to TRA website and clicking the login. And from there, you can go into Plan Sponsor Link login. If you have any questions or concerns about the functionalities of Plan Sponsor Link, you can always call your client relationship manager, and they would be happy to walk you through a demo of the site. And now I'm going to hand it off to Bill.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Kelly. Looks like we have a couple of questions that have been filtering through, so I'll just go ahead and start reading these off. First question, and I believe this is going to be for Kelly. Am I still going to be working with the ACS staff?
Yes, Kelly's still going to be here and will be continue to working with TRA. Although I won't be your day-to-day contact, I will still be doing the annual compliance testing for the plans.
Thank you. Next question. We still have the Cherry Hill location.
This is Amy, and Kelly actually has transitioned to a home office, but she is still located in the New Jersey area.
Thank you. Next question. What if I can't reach Kelly or another account manager and I have an urgent question?
We do have a fully staffed client relationship team. The individuals you saw in the presentation is just a small portion of that team, but they are there to handle any and all plan-related questions, and you can contact our main office line at 888-872-2364 and ask to speak with any client relationship manager.
Thank you, Amy. Next question. What if I lose or lock up my password for the Plan Sponsor Link website?
This is Amy, and I'll answer that one. If you can't access Plan Sponsor Link's website due to login credentials, you can always try the Forgot Password link on the login screen. That will generate a temporary password for you. And then just as a reminder, your username will always be the email address that we have on file for you.
Thank you, Amy. Next question. Are my fees going to change?
Looks like I can take that one. This is Linda. As you may have noticed on the 2017 invoice that you received in January, your fees for your 2017 administrative work remained the same as they were with ACS the prior year. For 2018 fees, we're still in the planning stages, but we really expect only minor changes from 2017 as we move you on to our TRA fee schedules.
Thank you, Linda. Next question is just someone asked, where's Michael? I'm assuming that's
I'll take that. This is Amy, or Kelly, you can answer too. But Michael, we still work with him, not in an official capacity, but he is focusing on his attorney career at this point, which is what he's wanted to do, and which led to the joining of ACS and TRA to handle the plan administration side.
Next question. Who will design plans and prepare proposals?
We have a dedicated regional sales consultant who would work on any new plans coming in. You can contact your assigned client relationship manager, and they would be able to connect you with the individual who could help out with that type of information.
Thank you. Next question, and maybe answering this offline. How many clients do you have, and what is the average size of the plans?
And Bill, you said you can answer that offline?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I'll wait a couple of seconds here to see if there's any more questions that are coming through. And to be respectful of everyone's time, if there's no other questions, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this webinar session. If you'd like to continue the conversation or you'd like to request a link to view the webinar, you can contact your dedicated CRM. And just as a reminder, this webcast was recorded, so I will be sending a follow-up email to everyone that attended with a link to view the recorded webinar in case you have any additional questions or like to go through it again. Again, we appreciate your time and participation. If there's nothing else, we thank you very much and have a good rest of the day.